We're going to download the current version by clicking the blue box. After downloading Omeka, you have to upload it to your server. This requires you to FTP the files using your favorite FTP client. One thing you'll want to make sure is that you're viewing hidden files in your FTP client. This will ensure that when you drag files to your server, you'll also be dragging the .htaccess files in both the admin folder and the root of the application. Failure to do so will break Omeka, so double check this. Once the files have transferred, edit your database information by going inside the application folder and then the config folder that's inside of that. Choose to edit the db.ini file where you'll see several lines with X's in them. You'll replace these with your specific database information. Omeka requires that you have MySQL 5 installed, so double check this before installing. In the db.ini file, for host you'll want the location of your database. This is usually localhost or sometimes an IP address. For the username and password, these are specific to your database and may be different from your FTP account. And lastly, name is the name of your database. It isn't your name, it's your database name. So once you've completed and saved the db.ini file, move back to the root of your Omeka folder and open the archive folder. You now need to make each of these folders, files, full size, square thumbnails, and thumbnails, writable by the server. If you're on a shared host, this means giving them a 777 permission. If you're using an FTP client, you can often do this by right-clicking and then clicking Edit. However, this will vary based upon the FTP client that you're using. Once the folders are writable by the server and your database is set up, you're ready to go through the final steps of installing Omeka. Visit the URL of your Omeka installation, and you'll be asked to begin the installation process. Fill out your website settings, including site name and administrative email. Omeka tries to automatically detect the path to the ImageMagick folder on your server. So if this is blank, try filling it in by hand. Further help is located on the Omeka website if you have any more questions. And lastly, you're asked to create the default superuser account, which is the highest administrative account on your installation. Save this password, you'll need it. Once clicking continue on that page, you're ready to go. You're now viewing the public side of Omeka. This is customizable by using themes and plugins, but we'll get back to that later. To access the administrative panel of Omeka, add /admin to your Omeka URL. Here, you'll see a login screen where you can enter the login information you just set. Upon successful completion, you'll be sent to the administrative dashboard. Now this is where the magic happens.